That being said, now we come to our segment of football and we discuss the Club World Cup in detail. The FIFA Club World Cup has had some interesting encounters. PSG once again on the winning note, beating Seattle Sounders 2-0. Very interesting game that we talk about as well. Once again, PSG's dominance continues with goals from Ashraf Hakimi and Kvaratskhelia in the 35th minutes as well. He's been absolutely superb, but Ashraf Hakimi once again sealed the fate in the 66th minute as well. Elsewhere, when we talk about games, we've had some interesting encounters. Inter Miami would be disappointed that they were held to a draw. But very interesting fixtures up ahead, Syed Owais, that we talk about.
If we just talk about both the groups, because everyone was having an eye on Inter Miami, but I would say the best match was Porto versus Al Ahly, because 4-4, never thought of it, because the way the match just was going on in a full swing. If you talk about Al Ahly, the way they dominated in the match, but if you have to give credit to Porto, the way they came back in this tournament, 4-4 was the one to watch on. But one interesting fact I would just share on, because I was just reading the Club World Cup. If you just go through, the FIFA has made a kind of, I can say, a new rule kind of a thing, that they are the ones who are actually targeting to recover the expenses. What they have made is that if you talk about the yellow card, the fine is around $12,000 this time, and if you talk about the double yellow card, the fine is around $15,000 and the red card is $20,000. Interesting to watch on. One of the favorite teams of Shafique, might be yours, even mine, Juventus. 4 players have got 4 yellow cards and they had to pay around $48,000 till now. So that's an interesting to watch.
That's a good business model.
So I'm telling you, that's the one to watch on. It's a good business model to actually gauge whatever you have sent in expenses, so you can get back over here. But coming back to both the groups, I would say, because Port versus Al Ahly was a match to watch on. But secondly, the one Group A, I would say it's group of death, because everyone has been speaking about it, especially the match between Palmeiras versus Inter Miami would be the one to watch. But if you talk about professional football, the one guy, I would say, Haris Zebi, he belongs from Pakistan origin, who represents New Zealand club. He's representing over here the New Zealand club against this Giants. So he's the one to watch on, because everyone has been speaking about, because as a Pakistani, obviously everyone has an eye on him, that he's got a green card. He would be representing Pakistan surely nearby.
Well, certainly, and I think we do have players who have been scouted in different leagues as well, but it's good because they're bringing that international exposure as well. But obviously this is a format which is very popular, and I think, Abbas, we can say for a fact that club football dominates the world of football currently.
See, if you just talk about the world football, definitely the countries do dominate. And interesting fact to share even, in Pakistan, I remember when we were having the FIFA World Cup qualifiers, I did discuss with you, and in one of the AFC meetings, it was 2 facts. It's one of the proud moments for Pakistan, I would say. In Asia, in SAF region, I would say, Pakistan was the major best crowd to have in the FIFA World Cup qualifiers. In Saudi match, I guess we had around 24,000. In the Jordan match, we had around 20,000 crowd. So that's what Pakistan did dominate in the football world, I would say. Secondly, if you talk about the SAF region, if you talk about specifically club football, I would say the developing nations have brought in a lot of things. They're investing a lot on club football, especially Saudi. You can say they're one of the, I would say, new risers of football. The way the Royal Saudi Premier League has been dominating around the world, many of the players want to play that league, and you can see Al Ahly specifically coming up from there. The way they have been dominating in the Royal Super League, I know everyone wanted to watch Al Nassr, but unfortunately they did not qualify. So they have been dominating over here, and if you just see the whole map of football, I know it's being played a lot around across the globe, but slow and steady, I would say the FIFA specifically might give more room to the underprivileged teams, or specifically the teams who have not been dominating. They might get a good pathway to represent at the highest level.
Well, certainly. Well, I think that puts it on record as well. Thank you very much, Syed Owais, for joining us. That, of course, wraps up Sports Extra. From me and the entire team, it's goodbye for now.